Welcome back, investigators. Let's hope this one goes to better than the last time we did this. But we're doing blood on the altar. We got out of that train A-OK. In fact, better than A-OK. Scenario 4. Blood on the altar. When you finally reach Dunwich, you are greeted by Zebulon Whitley and Earl Sawyer, another man from the village who had met with Dr. Armitage during the incident several months ago. Things ain't looking too good here, Earl tells you. Some folk up and went missing a few nights ago. Them whippoorwills won't shut up. Don't know what you're doing here, but the last time the Arkham folk... Aww. My little Dunwich heart finally woke up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna pause this. I'll be right back. Gotta love OBS. I love the pause system. Alright. Where were we? Whew. Don't know what you're doing around here, but last time you Arkham folk came around, it was bad news. Very bad news. His eyes blink rapidly as he coughs and looks away. Look, why don't you rest your night for a look for wherever you're looking for tomorrow morning? Zebulon chimes in, putting a wrinkled hand on your shoulder. You begin to protest, but your aching muscles and weary mind won't allow you to refuse. The elderly man offers to take you in for the night and drive you to his home at the outskirts of Dunwich Village. The town is disheveled and eerie, and you find yourself wishing you hadn't came here at all. You fall asleep on the ride over and scarcely remember anything else from that night. When you awaken, you find that Zebulon's house is abandoned. There's no sign of the elder man or of Dr. Sawyer. Mr. Sawyer, Dr. Sawyer. Fearing the worst, you head into the village of Dunwich to investigate, hoping to find answers. Man, I just went through a southern accent, despite the fact all my accents are bad. Alright, so, this time I actually also put it in properly. And, I didn't exactly explain how I set up the train too much, but for this one, each of these locations has 2 locations other than this. And you basically choose one of those and then you get rid of one of the random ones. Like the schoolhouse was supposed to be up here. It's not. Alright. Let's go ahead and give Tommy his cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's hopefully we have a weapon. Beat cop. Keep faith. Guts and vicious blow. Alright. So we're going to have to start looking for a weapon before we do anything. Actually... let's go ahead, take out Guts and Jessica, and mulligan those. Overpowered, and a survival knife. That ain't bad. Alright. Is there an upgraded version of survival knife? Let me check real quick my thing. I don't remember. I think there is. Yeah, there is. Okay, maybe I should upgrade that next time just for a +2. Maybe not. Alright, Daisy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. St. Hubert's Deduction, Abyssal Tome, really good. That will definitely help us. Yeah, I'm liking what I have here. Let's get our research stuff and put someone else. Another Eureka. Okay, yeah. I'm liking that. Alright, so. Also, right before we do the last one, before we get to Lost in Time and Space, which is the last scenario, we're going to do some standalone scenarios, which would be blind for me because I have almost all the scenarios besides Carnival, which I did order, but I'm not sure if it's going to go through yet because a lot of people had their orders canceled. So hopefully mine actually went through, but either if it doesn't, I'm not too worried about it. So I thought, you know what? For this one, I'm going to do Curse of the Rougarou because that was the very first standalone scenario that came out, and Murder of the Excelsior Hotel. I mean, it won't matter. It won't really make sense story-wise, but I still wanted it anyway because I wanted to try these out for the first time, and I'll basically be a decent XP for it because I always heard horror stories, especially with Curse, is like that it's very hard, and I just like, okay, maybe we should. I want to do it like with the highest XP as I can get. I also have these, which is Labyrinths of Lunacy, which is more of a multiplayer game where you have to have like at least 3 different people also playing it at the same time. It's one of their epic multiplayer versions, but you can also play it as a single campaign through 3 scenarios, which sounds interesting. I'm going to definitely try that later, but not as I don't think you can play it as in between scenarios. The Blob that ate everything, I got for my wife got it for me, which I absolutely love her. And this is also supposed to be a epic multiplayer mode, but it can be played as a into a side story campaign. But we're not going to do it for this campaign, not yet. War of the Elder Gods, which just came out. The wife also picked this up. And it's also epic multiplayer, but it can be entered into a campaign as a side story as well. So, not going to be in this one. And Guardians of the Abyss, which is interesting. This isn't an epic multiplayer like the others, but it's 2 scenarios instead of 1, and they're pretty long and hard from my understanding. I think this would be best used during the Forgotten Age campaign, just because there is the Explorer mechanic supposedly in here. I'm not too sure, but I think it's best to do that and just play both these scenarios. In order to play them in between the scenarios, if you're playing campaign, is that you have to spend XP for them. You need to have, each scenario needs to spend 1 XP to do the Curse of the Ruguru, and Murder, each investigator needs to spend 3 XP. But we'll worry about that later in the campaign. I think, yeah, Daisy still has 1 extra XP, but yeah. Tommy's at 0 now, but we've already been having a crap load of XP because of Delve Too Deep. So, alright. Village comments, or let's read the agenda first. Strange disappearances. Your welcome in Dunwich has been cold. A stern of disappearances have been left already aloof, townsfolk on the edge. Most of them look at you with distrust, and few are willing to help you in your investigation. Who knows what will happen if you don't find the location of the missing townsfolk too soon. Last game, everyone died. Disappearance in town may be related to the event in Arkham. You suspect something foul is afoot, but you must find where the missing townsfolk are being held in order to unveil this conspiracy. So I quite like this scenario because it's very random, and hopefully it won't be as bad as last time. Alright. Village Commons. This is suicide. We're better off hiding the night if we resign. Your sparsely scattered houses wear a surprisingly uniform aspect of age, splendor, squalor, and dilapidation. H.P. Lovecraft, The Dunwich Horror. Alright, so, also the locations are kind of weird how to get there. Let me just move the mic a bit. So it's like we can only move this way, and then we can move back. So, I think we should just hit 1, boom, 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 and boom. That way. Okay, what's what app is that? That's from the Call of Cthulhu, but I'm not sure which. That's fine. We'll have some cultist chanting, just like that cultist from last scenario who decided he wanted to fly himself up in the air, kill himself. That was quite funny and thematical. All right, so for you, Tommy, let's play Emergency Cash. Gain 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. Now, I can't use this anymore. At least not for this turn. I do not want to use Survival Knife just yet. I want to put some more Or maybe I should just go ahead and use it. Just so we have something out, and then we can try to get more assets that we can play later. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. It's only cost 2. And for our last action, we'll go ahead and move him to the Osborne's General Store. From the air of the hush fright of Osborne's store, they knew something hideous had happened. H.P. Lovecraft at Dunwich Horror. You cannot gain resources while at Osborne's General Store. Well, crap, I was hoping to get a little bit more. Oh well. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath. Alright, so there's only two of them here. Alright, and he's basically ready for any monster that's going to show up. Alright. Alright, Daisy, how do we want to do this? You're going to use Eureka so you can start getting his cards. Let's go ahead and put St. Hubert's Key in. The Abyssal Tome will definitely help her fight, but she's being protected by Tommy right now, and I'm not too worried about it. So, move one over. There's one left. The question is, do I want to use Deduction? I think I want to use Deduction a little bit later because it's possible to get 3 clues. So we're just, for our last action, just going to look what's underneath there. Auto fail. She fails anyway. Alright. We can't get any resources because of Osborne's store. So, Daisy, you find preposterous death sketches, which will be helpful. And Tommy, you get another vicious blow. Be very helpful. 1 doom. Alright. Daisy, eager for death. Test will. Increase the test difficulty for each damage on you. Alright, so this is just a 2. Plus her St. Hubert's Key. So she is up by 2. Does she want to play Eureka? Actually, I forgot to play Eureka when I did that. That's good that I didn't. Yeah, she's going to go ahead and play Eureka. So she's up by 3. -1. Alright, so she passed. She doesn't have to worry about Eager for Death. And then she'll draw 3 cards and pick one of them. Inquiring Mind, Research Librarian, or Word of Protection. That's going to be very helpful. Alright, Tommy. Night Gaunt. Oh boy. We're starting already strong. Alright, so how do you want to do this? Well, we're going to have to kill that Night Gaunt. I have 2 vicious blows and an overpowered, so we're going to have Tommy go first to deal with the Night Gaunt. So he's going to attack with vicious blow and overpowered, which is +4, that'll be 8, plus the survival knife, that'll be 9, so we're literally up by 5. We're up by 5, and +1. We're up by 6. So Vicious Blow deals 1 damage, plus 2 damage if it exceeds by 2 or more, which it did, so it gets hit for 3 damage. Survival Knife doesn't increase the damage unless you use the if you're attacked by an enemy. He's going to attack again, and let's see. I'm already up by 2, and I think that's fine. Yeah, we're up by 2. Oh, I forgot to draw a card because of the guts. Another Survival Knife. I didn't really need that, but whatever. We'll take it. 0, and that will kill the Night Gaunt. So he still has 1 action left. Alright. Whew. I kind of want to gain resources, but I kind of don't want to be here. But I also need to be here because she's going to get those clues, and there could be a monster in there underneath there. Which kind of sucks, because if she pulls that monster, she'll be on her. Tommy won't be doing anything first. But I had to deal with that Night Gaunt. Maybe I should have had Daisy grab it, and if there was a monster, and Tommy could engage with it after he dealt with the Night Gaunt. But, oh well. Alright. I can't gain resources. I do not want to play Keep Faith just yet. So, do I draw another card? Let's draw another card. Hey, Francis Morgan, you'll definitely be helpful, so I'm going to be playing you and Beat Cop once I can. I would need 5. I can't do that. Alright. So, Daisy's turn. Alright, so she's going to play Eureka. If this is so 0 gets it. Then she gets 1, 2, 3 cards. Deduction or Encyclopedia, Delve Too Deep, and the Necronomicon. Definitely not that. So do I want the Encyclopedia or Delve Too Deep? I'm not too worried about experience right now, so let's just get Encyclopedia. We need to get out of the store. We need resources, especially Tommy. Alright. So, and for your next action, go ahead and grab another one. 0. So she gets that. Now, she can move down here and then start getting more resources. But then let Tommy pick whatever is underneath there. But I also want them to stay together, too. So, okay, so last time when I played, I was like, you know what, it can't be that bad. And that really hurt me when I looked up underneath it. But I'm already in a decent place here, so we're going to do it. She still has 1 action to deal with whatever. Surge and Peril. Surge doesn't do anything because we got underneath here. Psychopop Song. Add to your threat area. When you take 1 or more damage, take 2 additional damage and then discard it. Ooh, that's kind of rough. We need to make sure she doesn't take damage because I'll take more than half her damage unless I had Tommy's ability. But we now know there's nothing underneath here, so what we're looking for is has to be over here. That kind of like right there. Alright, she still has 1 action. I can't use preposterous sketches because there's no clues. I would just I don't want another card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just get another card. Knowledge is power. That's actually not that bad. That'll be actually very helpful. Alright. So ends everyone's turn. We can't get any resource. Draw a card. Well, Tommy, you get Becky. And you get a research librarian. 1 Doom. Strange. Appearances? Okay, Daisy, you get another Eager for Death. So, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and test it. She's already pretty good. She has 4, so she's up by 2. And she gets that, which doesn't do anything because she doesn't have a tome. But either way, we still pass. Tommy, you get Abandoned Thug. You know what? That's actually not that bad. So, because back in the very first scenario, that the Abandons has a bone to pick with stuff, they follow us all the way here to come against us. Alright. So, Tommy, we're going to let you go first. And I'll show you why. Tommy's going to move to Bishop location, but before that, he's going to attack us. If after an enemy attack deals damage to you, which he does, he'll do 2 damage. 1, 2. Exhaust Survival Knife. Fight. You get +2 and deal +1 damage. So we exhaust the Survival Knife. This goes back up. And we need we're up by 2. And we're at -2. So we beat him. So it does 2 damage and he's dead. Tommy was just like, Thug was like, yeah, come here, you, and Tommy was just like ignoring him, and the Thug got a hit on him, and Tommy just killed him. Thematically appropriate. Oh, there's 2 clues. If there is an investigator at Bishop's Book, other investigators cannot enter Bishop's Book. Oh, crap. Huh. Alright, well, Tommy, you're not going to be able to do anything there, so let's go to the Burned Ruins. After you fail a skill test while investigating, flip 1 clue token to its doom side. Ooh. Alright, so I still have 1 action left. And let's go ahead and just use that 1 action to gain a resource. Alright, Daisy. You're going to have to do bishops alone. So that's 1 action. But I do want to get Abyssal Tome, but I can use my knowledge as power in case if anything bad happens and use my Abyssal Tome from there. So that's not particularly too bad. And I want to use my deduction on this one, not on that. Because there's 3 tokens. In fact, you know what? Let's have her move 1 over. Yeah, let's just do this instead. She'll play her deduction, so she's at 8, so she's up by 6. -2, so she's at 4, so gets all 3. We exceeded by 2 or more, so bam, bam, bam. It's all 3 of those. So 1, 2, and then investigate. So she used all her actions, but she can also look underneath it, but I don't think I want her to do that. I want Tommy to do that, so let's wait until next turn. Alright, so upkeep phase, or monster phase, but there's no monsters. Tommy, you finally get that resources you needed. Let's see. Tommy, you get Rookie Mistake. Discard all assets you control with damage. There are none, so you get shuffle back in. And Daisy, you get Psychosis. Oh, that's not good at all. Especially with the Psychic Song. That's gonna burst and really hurt. Alright. So, Doom phase. This back to 3. Back to 3. Alright, Daisy, you get Servant of Minnie Mouse. Spawn enemy location. After you defeat them, discover 1 clue. Huh. That ain't so bad. So let's just go put him here. He's not going to hunt, he's just going to stay there. Tommy, tests, 4 foot. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 heart, then disengage any and move to a central location. So if we fail, he's going to move back over here. Which means he would have to come this way and fight this guy. But he'll also be far away from Daisy. Now what can I do? I know I have some skills in this. I have Beat Cop, and that's all. Well, Dr. Francis, but I don't want to use him. Yeah. So, this is going to be an automatic failure, but let's see how bad it's a failure, because I have to take it. -2. Alright. 1 damage, and 1 heart. Ooh, it's actually a heart. And he's moved over there. Alright. So, Tommy, how do we want to do this? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I play Ever Vigilant, I can play Becky for 1, 3, and then Beat Cop. Can I play all of these? So it'd be 1. Dr. Francis would be 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to play Ever Vigilant to play Dr. Francis Morgan, Becky, and Beat Cop all at once. Bam, bam. Alright. So that's 1 action. he's going to move for one action over here. And this might automatically engages. And then we're going to fight. Spend 1 clue on Becky to fight him. Zero. Which automatically kills him. And that means we gain 1 clue from a location. And Dr. Francis Morgan gives us a card. That's not bad at all. Alright. Okay, Daisy, how do we want to do this? Well, let's go ahead and put out an Abyssal Tome. In case there's a monster here, we'll definitely be able to deal with it. Let's flip what's underneath here. We got the key to the chamber. Take control. Alright. That's very good. She can't move in here. She'll have two left. Okay, so we found one of the keys. Now we need to find the what is this? Find a hidden chamber. Could be here, could be here, could be here. Well, she can't go here anyway. Let's go to let's head to the church. After it's revealed, search the hidden for humanoid enemy and spawn it at the commons. Oh, okay. Ancient Evils, O'Bannon. Doesn't matter, he doesn't have hunted. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, do I discard these? Because I don't want these to doom. Well, this is going much better, so... So, before I do anything else... I'm going to have her spend the 2 actions to get rid of this. Alright. It's the end of her turn. End of turn, period. Everyone gets a... Oops, she should not have all this. She spend all these. Alright, so... Tommy, you get something worth fighting for. That will definitely be helpful. And Daisy, you get Guts. Another Doom. Daisy, you get on Wings. That's not good. That's really not good. So we'll use her Word of Protection to stop that. Because, I don't want her to go straight to the abandoned thug. Tommy, attach Sorbet and Silent to your location. At each round, each investigator at the attached location takes 1 horror. When the events... Oh, that's not good. So Tommy, you need to get out of there. You don't want to take any more horror than you need to. So, how do we want to do this? I think it's best for Daisy to look in here, then Tommy can come up and deal with whatever else is going to be dealt with. Unfortunately, Tommy's Becky isn't going to do so well because I'm not going to have a way to do that. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so this goes away. Alright. Let's go ahead and have her -2. She passed. And for the last one, another -2. I think I accidentally grabbed the same one, so to grab 2 of that again. And that is -2. If you fail, add 1 clue to your location. That's pass. So she grabs both of these. It's at 1. And then she's going to go ahead and figure out what's underneath here. We found the hidden chamber. That's sweet. Put the hidden chamber into play. The hidden chamber's location, the door to the hidden, and the location from which it's drawn are connected to one another. So it's right over here, and we should actually put this here. Let's kind of move these over. All right. Has a victory too, so she still has 2 actions left, but I don't want her to go in there just yet. Okay. I do kind of want another deduction, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get one anytime soon. So I'm just going to use her to grab 1 research. I'll say why later. Tommy? You're going to move 1, 2 for 2. And then you're also going to grab 1 token. Alright. Alright. Upkeep phase. Well, Ban's just going to be there hanging out. He's not hunted. So, gets 1 resources. And then Tommy, you get a 45 automatic. Daisy, Daisy's get deduction. Okay, we're doing this. That is great, I think. So there's an ending to this I have never gotten, and I know what's coming up, which is why I'm like that, but I can't remember what I need to do. I don't need to do much, actually, now that I realize it. Yeah. I think I'm fine. Because I was like, okay, I'm going to need the Necronomicon, but I have a research library and I can just find it. That's great. So we do 1 Doom. Strange Disappearances. Alright, Daisy, you get Ancient Evils. Doom, this basically breaks. Whippoorwills gather all around the garbled roofs of Dunwich and begin to shriek in jubilation. The people of Dunwich believe the presence of whippoorwills foreshadows someone's immediate death. Do they long for your death, or the victim of someone else? If there are 3 or more potential sacrifices, choose 1 at random and place it underneath the agenda without looking at it. Okay, there are 3 potential sacrifices, which means I don't know who that was, but someone was sacrificed. Alright, Tommy, you get a mobster. Alright. Tommy's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're going to let Tommy go first. Tommy is going to use Beat Cop to put 1 damage on Beat Cop and 1 damage on the mobster. Then Tommy's just going to punch him. After a mobster attacks you, lose 1 resource. Oh, wait, he didn't attack me. I used 10. So, alright, so -2. He's at 4. I'm at 4. Plus 5, plus him 6. So we beat him. And that was 1 action. And I get to draw a card because of Francis Morgan, which is Jessica Hyde. Not going to be too helpful for us right now. Where did I put his deck? Oh, there it is. Now, how do we want to do this? I'm going to spend 3 of his resources, put in something worth fighting for. It's at 1. Basically, I want to get ready and get everything and then go in. We're going to have Tommy go in first, but he's getting ready. I did want to play Keep Faith, but I don't have enough for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's just going to grab one resource. That's the end of his turn. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First, he's going to play 2 resources to play Research Librarian, which you guys can't see. And we're going to look for the Necronomicon, because it's a tome. Fortunately, it costs 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what she's going to do. She's going to play Knowledge is Power fast, so it doesn't cost an action. Wait, was that? I just did the 1. No, I gained a resource and I played him. Okay. Choose a tome or spell asset you control, or reveal a tome or asset in your hand. I'll reveal the Necronomicon. Resolve it, which is she gains 2 resource. Then, if the asset was in your hand, you may discard it to draw 1 card. We're not going to discard it. In fact, we are going to spend the 2 clues we got from the Necronomicon. Come on, put it into play. And then she's going to use her extra action, because that was an action to put it down, to gain 2 resources. Alright. She can use the encyclopedia, but we're not going to worry about it. Alright, so everyone gains 1. Oh, and this goes away because the agenda went up. Daisy, you get another Knowledge Power. And Muldoon, you get another Jessica Hyde. Alright, 1 Doom. And Daisy gets Ancient Evils. So this goes up by 1. Muldoon, you get Test Book 3. If you fail, add 1 clue from the token book to your location. Or 2 clues. Alright, I don't think we want to add any more clues, because I believe all the clues are going to go over here. So since they're in the same area, I don't really want to play that. So right now we're even. Where is it? Here it is. We're even. Tommy has 3. Tommy has no way to increase his skills. So it's going to have to be you, Daisy. So she's going to do these 3 cards to increase his skills by 3, so he's up by 3. -1 for each location play with no encounter underneath it. So 1, 2, 3, and that's the location without the -4. Oh boy, max the -4. Yeah, so he fails. That sucks. So add 1 clue from the token pool to your location. If that wasn't there, it wouldn't matter, but it is what it is. Alright. We're going in. Tommy, you can't go in first. It has to be Daisy, because I just realized that she's the only one that has the key. Oh, if the hidden chamber is connected to your location, attach the key. So she could have did this earlier, so let's do that. So bam, the key is attached. Alright, so Tommy, you're going in. You're the first one to go in. What's underneath here? The hidden chamber. You find your way into a hidden chamber where you believe the missing folks are being held, but the horrors that confront you there fray the edges of your sanity. bound by the chain in a secluded corner of a room is an unspeakable creature with the face of a man. It wheezes and wrestles to free itself as it notices your entrance. Many mouths covering the creature's body are covered in blood and gristles of meat, as if it were feeding recently. With a hideous croak, the creature speaks with 7 mouths. Then lurches forward to grab you, and several of its chains snap. Reveal all unrevealed locations, which is just this one. And there's 2 clues on there. 1, 2. And there's a clue right here, so that's... Move all clues in play, including those on each investigator, to the hidden chamber. Oh. Oh. Oh, I thought it was just the ones up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of clues. We're gonna be here a while. Spawn the set-aside Silas Bishop enemy in the hidden chamber. And that's this guy, which can't be focused because I have the focus set. But yeah, basically that's what I said. It's massive. You cannot make attacks of opportunity. Chamber of the Beast. The pitiful beast lunges to grab you with its slimy arms and many jaws snapping with hunger. Killing it would be merciful, but perhaps there's something else to discover about this creature. If Silas Bishop is defeated, go to R1. If there is no clues in the hidden chamber, advance. So we could kill him, or we could do something else, which I'm going to do that something else. Oh, and this goes over here too. Alright, so there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Problem with this is Tommy's not good about gaining clues. At all. So Daisy could go in, grab a couple, then get out. But how is Tommy going to? He's only up by 0. So first one, let's grab 1. Nope. And I'm just gonna have him move back. Or do I want to have him stay there? Let's have him stay there, and because yeah, I think I have an idea. So let's do it again. Another. That was worthless. Got the exact same one. Oh. All right, Daisy. You're gonna go in. That's 1. Play deduction. Zero. And she's up by 6, 7, by 4, so she gets 3 tokens. 1, 2, 3. Dude, if he hits her, it'll be brutal. Like, really brutal. And let's have her move out by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy shit. Alright. Alright, this isn't good. So many damn clues. Alright. Might just be easier just to kill him at this point. Alright, so Silas is going to attack Muldoon for 2/2. So we're going to put 2 damage. Dr. Francis. And 2 damage on something we're fighting for. So everyone gets resources. Tommy, you draw Scene of the Crime. That's great. We could use that. That's actually amazing to have. And you get Inquire in Mind. Okay. Okay. Alright. Actually, I should have used the Necromancer for free to get even 2 more points. Alright, Doom, Daisy, Rotten Remains, Test 3, which will play her Guts, which is 0. Rotten Remains goes away, and she gets a free card draw because of Guts. St. Hubert's Key. Alright, Tommy, you get Hunted Down. If there's no unengaged criminal, play Hunt Again Gets Search for 1. Each criminal location engages moves 1 location towards you. So this guy actually moves. By the time we're going to go for you first. Spend 2 resources. How many cards do you have actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spend 2 resources to play Scene of the Crime. Automatically gain 2 clues. I know I have another one of Scene of the Crime. That'll be helpful when we do get it. Alright. We're going to search, which is a -2. We don't pass. We're going to investigate again. -1. We don't pass. Whew. Actually, I should have used this one something else. Shit. Alright. You go in. You're going to research. Auto fail. Worst time to get an auto fail. If I keep her there, she's going to get hit by 4 damage. Just flat out 4 damage. I'm on the bricks here, but I could probably get 4 of them. And basically, if Tommy could get each one of those, she'd be fine. If not, no. So she's going to get the hell out of there. Alright, so that's the end of everyone's turn. Actually, and then she's going to use her Necronomicon to gain 2 for free. So, bam, bam. Tommy, you get Darren. I could try to evade him, though. I didn't even think about that. I should have a lot of evades. I have Darren, which I could use. So that'd be a +4. It'd be 6. Oh, Silas will be up by 7. Jesus Christ, he's something. And Daisy gets another Inquire in Mind. And I can have enough Inquire in Mind as much as I want to. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop an auto fail. All right, so Daisy, you get Ancient Evils. Tommy, you get a Night Gaunt. That's shitty. Alright. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Tom, you're going to have to get rid of that Night Gaunt. Wait. He can't attack. Doesn't have attack opportunity. I was like, was I doing this wrong? No, he just can't attack us when we're doing anything. Alright, Tommy. You're going to use the last one, Becky, which doesn't really matter. It can still stay on. Play Overpowered and Vicious Blow on the Night Gaunts. 0, and that does more than 3. It does 1 damage, 2 damage, and the Vicious Blow does 2 more damage, which will kill him. And Dr. Francis Morgan will give me a draw card. Scene of the Crime. That's amazing. We need that. And Overpowered, which is a beat cop. So This is my discard pile. Oops. I picked up my discard pile on accident. But I did have a vicious blow in here. So, bam. But I did not have the overpowered. But I was still hit him by 2 anyway. So, a scene of crime still goes down there. But we know what's coming. Alright. We're going to play 2. No, scene of the crime requires 2. I was like thinking, let's put some blessed cards in there. That may be helpful, but no. It's not going to help. Oh wait, I draw a card because of Dr. Francis Morgan. That's why. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need to stay there for the scene of the crime, buddy. Let's gain. Come on. I can get some of those zeros or +1s. I have a chance. I do. We got a 0. He gains 1. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Oops, put this back in. And a -2. Alright. You go in. Necronomicon to give myself 2 more cards. 2 more resources. I'm just drenching in resources. She's going to grab 1. Elder Thing, -3. If you fail, place 1 doom. So that's 6. Yeah, she beats it because she's at 5, 6, 7. Yeah, she beats it. And you know what? We're gonna keep her there. And +1. Could have used that +1 earlier, but yeah. All right, this is getting a bit scary. But did I pick up the clue? I don't remember. I think I did. Yeah, I did. All right. Enemy phase. He hits us for 2, so let's do her first. She gets hit for 2 damage, but we're gonna put 1, 2, and then she gets hit for 2 damage. But this increases that damage by 2 additional ones, so she gets hit by 4 damage. So Daisy's almost dead. Whew. Scary. Very, very scary. Now, everyone gets a resource. Daisy, you get the bad Necronomicon. That ain't good. We're keeping this Necronomicon, so we're getting rid of Abyssal Tome. 3 her, and where did I put? Oh, there I put his. He gets automatic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has to discard 1. We'll discard Survival Knife. Alright. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this breaks. Many whippoorwills flock to the Dunwich village as the night progresses. The other townsfolk, notoriously superstitious, are terrified by the bird's presence, which the doors around you shut and lock. You find yourself alone in the streets of Dunwich. Well, we're not in the streets, we're in the hidden chamber. If there are 2 or more potential sacrifices, choose one at random and then place underneath the agenda. Which there is. There's been 2 sacrifices. Alright. Daisy, play Unhollow in your threat. You cannot play ally assets. Allies do nothing. Okay. Tommy, that's not too bad. Kidnapped. Test 4 4 mind or 4 foot. If you fail, add an asset you control to the pool of potential sacrifices. Then attach kidnap to the current agenda. If you have no assets, take 2 damage and discard it. Ooh. So, Beat Cop or Dr. Francis Morgan could possibly be part of it. But I have Guts, so we'll play Guts. What else can we do? We can play Keep Faith. Can you help me? Yeah, she can. She'll play Inquire in Mind. Actually, 2 Inquire in Minds, because at this point she doesn't need it. So, unless I get an autofail, I'm pretty sure I'm winning this. So that's 4. So I'm gonna beat an 8. So let's look at this. I have 3, 5, 8. Yeah, I beat it. So this goes away. So, and he gets to draw a card, which that's what I basically wanted. Let me handle this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Alright. Tommy, you are going to play at the scene of the crime to gain 2 clues. We're almost there. We are almost there, buddy. We're doing this. We are going to play nothing. Oh, did I forget to yeah, I forgot to do his damage on Tommy. So we're gonna put 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more on Beat Cop and Dr. Francis Morgan. Alright. Alright, so can't use St. Hubert's Key for this. Alright, Tommy, give me a 0. Let's be safe about this, buddy. -1, nothing. Do it again. We can do this. 0. Sweet. Only 1 more clue left. And now it's your turn, Daisy. Auto-fail. Wait, watch me get an Elder Sign, which is an auto-fail because of the Necronomicon. +1. We did it. It's the first time I got this ending. Despite the danger, you brave the beast's horrifying presence and investigate further before killing it. What you find confirms your worst suspicions. Several journal entries written by a Seth Bishop describes the process of feeding the creature in horrifying detail. Tomatoes at first, then small game, then cattle, then finally human sacrifices. But the most disturbing part is Seth calls the creature by the name Silas. If the Necronomicon, this particular version, is in play, go to R2, otherwise go to R3. Guess what? That Necronomicon is in play. So we go to R2. With a creature that was once Silas lashing out at you from its chains, you have little time to react. Knowing that the Necronomicon might have a spell or incantation that could subdue Silas, you fend off the abomination long enough to find a passage that can help. With no time to spare, you recite the Latin incantation, and find that the words come effortlessly to your tongue, and though recalled from an earlier memory, the creature's body begins to shrink and melt away as the incantation rebuilds, its cries terrifying and haunted. In the end, all that is left is the disfigured corpse of a man, Silas Bishop. You find a silver pendant emblazoned with an odd constellation tucked into his shirt. You take it with you, hoping to find a use for it. Record that the investigators are restored Silas Bishop. In your campaign log under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, record the names of each unique card that is underneath the agenda deck. Each of those cards are removed from the player's deck and can no longer be included in other plays. So who died? We got 2 sacrifices, unfortunately. So we have... Professor Warren Rice is dead. That's sad. And then Earl Sawyer. Laurel Sawyer is also dead. Each investigator earns experience points equal to the victory X of each card in the victory pile. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience as he gains insight into the hidden world of the mythos. Then proceed to Interlude 2, The Survivor. So that means Zebulon Whitley has survived, and that's a will +1. Who should gain this? I mean, this is better than using Earl, that's for sure. Since both of us have +1. Probably Tommy, actually. Because Daisy already is getting will saves with her St. Hubert's key. So let's go ahead and give Zebulon to Tommy. Alright. Interlude 2, The Survivors. Inside the chamber that contains the terrible beast, you find the missing townsfolk and the others from Arkham. They are bound and shackled. You also find several documents that suggest the creature you find isn't the only one of its kind in Dunwich. You free the creature's victim from their bonds and offer their thanks. You begin to plan your next move. Blah, blah, blah. For each fallen 5 characters who are not listed, read their associated passage. Dr. Henry Armitage is not listed, so he survived. It's far worse than we had thought, Dr. Armitage says, pale and trembling. Wilbur Whitley was only the beginning. There were more, many more in Dunwich who knew of the great old one, and who desired power and knowledge above all else. The earth be damned. I knew I should have burned that wretch's journal, but thanks to its contents, I know how we can stop them. We are only the ones who can. Now quickly, help me with the solution. The powder is the key. Yes, the powder is the only way. In your campaign log, record that Henry Armitage survived the Dunwich legacy. If he's not in blah blah blah. If the power of Izgamzi card is not already in the deck, one investigator may choose to add that card into her deck, which is this. You can add this card in someone's deck. Power of Izgamzi enters play with X clues on it, where X is the number of characters who survived in your campaign log. Move 1 clue from the powder to an exhausted brood of Yog-Sothoth at your location. We're going to give that to... Who should we give that to? We'll figure that out later. If Professor Warren Rice... No, he's dead. If Dr. Francis Morgan... He's fine. He's right here. Thank you for everything you've done, Dr. Morgan says, taking count of the provisions and ammunition. Last time we need some of that strange powder Armitage concocted to even see the beast that terrorized Dunwich. If there's more of those things out there, we're going to need that powder. I think I remember how to make it. So, yeah, that basically means we also gain that powder of Ingazi, which I put right here, if we have him survived. If Zebulon Whitley, he survived. Dunwich had its fair share of oddities, Zebulon explains to you with a quivering voice, but I ain't seen anything as sick and twisted as this thing. He gives the creature's remains one last sickened glance before closing the door of the chamber behind him, shuddering. His eyes he locks eyes with you at his grim expression. His expression grim. Whoever done this gotta pay. I'll do all I can to help. Zebulon survived, and he can add. Oral Sword did not survive, so basically, as long as one of the professors survives, you get this powder, which we can use in the next campaign. And I'll figure who. I'm probably just going to give it to Daisy because Tommy gets Zebulon. All right, this campaign is going on much better than last time. Maybe because we're getting a little bit more lucky. Maybe because it's dual-handed. I think it's mostly luck, and that I didn't give up after the first campaign. But yeah, we need to make sure to save at least 4 experiences for Curse of the Rougarou and the hotel. We're going to do those right before the last scenario, which technically won't make sense, but who cares? I'm not too worried about it. It's really hard putting those standalones in between the campaigns. Alright, well, this has been Blood on the Altar, and I hope to see you guys next time.